show right now. Dallas will call their final timeout. Are you kidding me? What a shot by Killian Hayes.
Mark Champion and Rick Mahorn on the call right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Hayes with 22 points, including back-to-back threes that sank the Mavs 131-125 in overtime. Detroit shot over 54%. Bojan Bogdanovic leading the way with 30 points. They'll play again on Sunday versus the Grizzlies at LCA. And Week 13 Thursday Night Football, not great for the Patriots' chances of making the postseason. They struggled against the Bills, who won 24-10 at Gillette. New England falls to 500 on the year. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
Thank you very much, Chris Villar, with Greg Hargrave, the Governor, Tom Milliken, Heather Park, John Jansen. I'm Stoney, and congratulations. We made it to Friday.
It's about time.
Yes. Glad to see you here.
Oh, glad to be here.
Yes, you got a little trip to Indy.
Yes, leaving tomorrow. So looking forward to that, obviously. Second trip in as many years, so that's it's exciting.
Record to your phone. I could have swore we brought it
this year than last.
I'm pissed off.
Confident last year, but I think last year's Iowa team is probably a better team than this year's Purdue team because of its defense.
Yes. Well, here you go. You're valuing defense over offense.
Yeah, possibly.
Yes, I am valuing defense over offense, yes.
Because Purdue does have a
Yes, quarterback and receiver.
Yes.
And how about their running back? He's a walk-on, former walk-on.
Yeah.
Kobe. And so yeah, I am very excited about it, but I know you had an exciting evening last night.
Yes, last night, great time as always at the
See
lodge.
if there's any luck.
You go for a Killers Christmas charity event.
No, this is not the right one.
And a lot of other great people and raising a lot of money. Celebrity bartenders. There were tons of them there. I know you were supposed to, but you couldn't make it. And it's always a lot of fun. You raise a lot of money. And I was not planning on consuming much alcohol.
Uh-oh. Your beverage intake was more than you anticipated?
Well, I anticipated early.
It's just the cord to the iPad.
My shift
I swore we brought it.
Was from 10 to 11. And I could have done it earlier, but
You like the late night crowd.
I like the late night
swore
crowd.
we brought it.
I'll miss that event because I had a really good time. So
Too late
I go
now.
to leave, say goodbye to my wife and my daughter, and Cindy goes, "You want me to just drop you off, and you can take a lift home?"
Yeah.
I said, "Nah, I don't plan on drinking a lot, because I don't, and especially if I'm driving, I don't drink a lot."
Yeah.
I get in my car. You know what? I sometimes can get coerced very easily at these events.
You can easily be persuaded.
Yeah. So, better safe than sorry.
I agree.
So she dropped me off, and anyway, so I had a few beverages, but the highlight, or I should say low light, for you guys and Heather probably if you were there, for all you people, it was a low light for me, a highlight for a lot of people. All of a sudden, I couldn't find my phone.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh, no.
Couldn't find my. And I'm trying to wait. I had it because I was eating. I ate dinner with somebody at a table, and because for some strange reason they had all these inane college basketball games plus the football game and all the screens, but no Pistons games. So we were trying to figure out what's going on with the Pistons. So we were following it a little bit on the phone. So I go behind the bar, and it's my shift. I'm bartending a little bit. I go to reach for my phone. I can't find it. Oh my God, first of all, my first reaction is, I have all my numbers in there, my contacts, how am I going
to get a lift?
I'm going to get yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm walking.
They still have taxi cabs, don't they?
Yeah, probably. So I can't have, so I'm looking around, I'm going everywhere, like behind the bar, and telling people trying to call. I said, don't call, because I don't have the phone. I'm not going to hear it, anyway, right?
Yeah.
So I even go to the bathroom because I had to do some business in there, like 20 minutes earlier. And wasn't in the stall.
No, you didn't leave it?
No, I didn't leave it there.
Sat down
Yeah. So I'm walking around the bar, and then I see this person who's got a phone that looks like mine.
Oh boy.
Yeah, TJ Lang took the phone out of
your pocket?
my pocket because he picked my pocket and got on my Twitter.
he doesn't have tiny heads. Oh, he got on your Twitter.
Oh, yeah. You ready? Here's what he
How do you
tweeted.
get his big hands in your pocket?
Because I'm wearing, because he says, you've lost so much weight. I try. My phone was in my back pocket, and
you don't have a screen lock on your phone?
That's what he said, too. Yeah.
Imagine his perspective. All right, first of all, he gets away with picking your pocket,
right,
and then he looks at your phone, and it just magically opens up.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so I said, like I said, this is a highlight for you guys. So here are some of the 3 tweets that he tweeted out. Hanging at the lodge in Kigo tonight, crop dusting all those random D-bags. Okay?
What type of response did you get?
I don't know. Because then I ended up deleting them. I got it.
No.
No, but he screenshotted. That's how I know. And then he tweeted it out again. Another one. 1 minute later, or whatever. Is there any better feeling than waking up at 4 a.m. and having a one wiper? And then, see, this is what I thought. I can't believe you didn't see. Well, you probably were in bed or whatever. Then his other one was, can't wait to work with @JohnJansen77 tomorrow and hear excuse after excuse. Criminals with the M capitalized. But to make matters even better or worse, depending on your perspective, he texted Jimmy and said, I quit.
Did Jimmy respond? Oh, no, he didn't. Of course he didn't respond to that.
Of course not. And then I responded. So that was at 10:59.
But you can't take off 2 days in a row at the end of the week, Stoney.
Exactly.
I'm giving my 2 weeks right now, and they started 2 weeks ago.
So right after that, I texted Jimmy, TJ stole my phone.
Oh, you should have let him breathe.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I know.
All right, first, TJ, this is all fun and games, obviously, and Evan Jenkins has been the biggest culprit in the past around here.
Right.
When Stoney leaves his computer up and tweeting.
Right.
I had some fun with it one time.
Yeah.
But this was like years ago now, and in our the society we live in, we've chosen to think we better not do this, even though we know Stoney would never do anything.
Right.
Because you're not allowed to do this. But it's funny.
It's funny as hell. And he was bummed that I happened to
how frustrated I am that we forgot one of the chords.
It would have gotten, he probably would have crossed the line. It's probably a good thing.
It's probably a really good thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you would have had to send somebody hacked my account or stole my phone. Sure they did, Stoney.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so,
everybody always says.
So then I thanked TJ. I said, TJ, I have to thank you, though. He goes, why? I said, because you gave me something to talk about at 6:02.
I just love the original, what he put. Dang, @Stoney16 gets wild with a couple of drinks.
Well,
and then a screenshot of all your tweets. So good.
That's terrific. It's pretty funny.
Oh, that's why I miss. This is the stuff I miss about the locker room and the camaraderie of the guys. That's and here's the other thing. Like, I don't want to bury this. How is it possible, especially with, I don't know what version of iPhone you have, but you don't have to actually have a number that you have to remember or a fingerprint. It's a face. Like, you just look at it and it opens up.
I know.
Does that work with a picture? If you had a picture of Stoney and held it up, does it work?
No, it doesn't work.
No, I didn't think so.
I don't know. Because when I got it updated, I remember, you want Face ID? No. Why would I care? I mean, I know, like, when it gets locked in the morning or whatever, I know what code to put in, so that's what I don't understand.
Wait, say that again?
I like, a lot of times, if I had to put in a
code, yeah.
But he didn't, so, because it wasn't locked. Right.
Oh, so you just put it. So you normally have a lock on your phone.
I have one, I very rarely use it. It's like, living up north and you don't unlock, you don't leave your door locked.
Tony,
you got
so much personal information on there, let alone somebody stealing your phone.
I know.
That you know.
I know.
So you have to lock it. It doesn't lock on its own.
Pretty much.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see your phone. Let me see your phone.
We'll do it after in the break.
Let me see your phone.
Okay, so while you're looking at his phone, John, here's a few responses to TJ's.
No, it's a swipe and you're instantly in. There's no security. There's zero security.
So somebody was onto it right away. Stoney not logging out of the computer at work, I see. Well, close.
Yeah.
John, he should have taken his phone and tweeted bad things from his
Right.
just now.
Should have run around the studio here while he changes me and I tweet bad things about.
Just hold it up to the
TJ.
phone away from him. You can't get it. You can't get it.
There's also this response from Arthur on TJ's thread.
that's a
He
great
voted
one.
for Biden.
Yeah.
And then we have this one. It says, "Wow, TJ, you really are the blue wall. You are a Michigan fan. Look at what you're trying to do so that the morning show can start with this instead of Mozzie Smith." And that's from Mike and Rico.
We'll get to Mozzie Smith at 6:50. Maybe Mozzie Smith would have gotten more trouble if he stole my phone.
Probably would have. I actually think what TJ did might be worse.
Yeah.
Seriously.
FCC or whoever's governing that communication, sure. Oh, boy.
Oh, it was funny. So anyway, you missed a good time. So maybe one of these years you'll go.
Jimmy, I quit. Imagine Jimmy waking up this morning, looking at it.
He probably saw it and just decided not to respond because it wasn't that late.
Well, he knew you were there and he's probably thinking, oh, here we go. This is going to be drunk Stoney texting me.
No, he probably didn't think very much. It was.
Yeah, were you concerned at all that you were done?
That you was real.
I don't think he'd be concerned.
Oh. I wish.
We know John went out there yesterday. He got passed on speed dial.
No, well, that was the funny thing. People were asking me yesterday to think, so what's the deal with Jansen trying to bury you? Jansen trying to kill you? I said,
A couple old jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Exactly. Yeah, now Wojo, he took video of me and my friend Matt Riley singing Bruce late at the bar. But,
Okay.
But I said, you can tweet it. He goes, nah, I don't think so. But okay.
No, I mean, I would expect something like that. Like you're there having a good time.
Right. Well, he said some of the language, I guess, that people were using around. I'm not sure if it was tweetable. I don't know.
It's bar language? Oh, no.
I don't know. Maybe there were some F-bombs. I have no idea. I was singing.
Was it coming from you?
No, I know that.
Yeah, so, I mean, who cares?
Anyway. All right, our telephone number is 248-539-9797. Like I said, we will mention, we'll get into the Mozzie Smith deal coming up at 6:50. Gary Danielson will join us at 7:35. He'll be doing the SEC championship game. We'll talk championship weekend as well. We have our picks coming up at 6:35. Coming up next, pretty impressive win by the Detroit Pistons last night, and especially a player that we've been waiting for a long time to really come through, and somebody familiar will be playing football near the Field of Dreams. That's coming up next, 97.1 The Ticket.
Attention passengers, this is your pilot speaking. Looks like we're gonna have to land immediately. And hurry to the Xfinity Black Friday sale. Folks, we've got clear skies and lots of binge watching ahead. Stream your heart out when you get the ultimate streamer setup. We'll be cruising in so new Xfinity customers can get 400 megabit internet with unlimited data and X-Fi Complete for just $55 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. And a free 4K streaming box included. Plus, for a limited time, get HBO Max included for 1 year. So, sit back and relax with internet made for streaming and access to classic favorites. Flight attendants, prepare for binge watching.
Drop everything and get to the Xfinity Black Friday sale, now through December 5th. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Ad-supported plan of HBO Max. After promo, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
One of the things I love about betting on the NFL is that I'm always finding new players or game props that I enjoy. And what's cool about FanDuel Sportsbook is you can combine these props with other bets for the same game to score an even bigger payout. Perhaps you'll take the quarterback over a certain amount of passing yards combined with the running back under a certain amount of rushing yards. Whatever you want to do, it's one of the fun ways to bet on FanDuel. It is the same game parlay. If you're new to FanDuel, sign up today with promo code WOJO for your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's promo code WOJO. Make every moment matter more with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Must be 21 or older and present in Michigan. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expired 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
There's no place like home for the holidays, but it's not quite the same if your house is cold and drafty. In fact, it's hard to enjoy anything when your house is cold. And if your solution is just turning up the heat, that's going to be more expensive than ever this winter. You need a permanent solution, and it's spelled USA Insulation. USA Insulation fixes cold homes. And here's some good news. To get you through this cold winter, they brought back their best deal of the year for the holidays. When they foam your walls, they'll insulate your attic for free. But you'll have to call before December 31st. Heating your home is the most expensive part of your utility bill by far. So upgrading your insulation not only makes your home feel warmer, it cuts your energy cost. So don't miss out. Call 1-800-USA-FOAM today for free attic insulation when they foam your walls. But you have to call by December 31st. 1-800-USA-FOAM or USAinsulation.com.
USA Insulation. To see contest rules for 97.1 The Ticket contests, go to 97.1theticket.com and click on the Contests tab.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We'll get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we'll take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination. Get in zone, AutoZone. Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a long-term contract to get access. Well, not anymore, because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide with deals like our Silver Unlimited plan for just $45 a month and no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A13 5G for $149, all on a reliable 5G network. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. 1 month equals 30 days. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
Let me guess. Unknown caller? You could reduce the number of unwanted calls and emails with online privacy protection. The latest innovation from Discover will help regularly remove your personal info, like your name and address, from 10 popular people search websites that could sell your data. And we'll do it for free. Activate in the Discover app. See terms and learn more at discover.com/online privacy protection.
Today, times of sun and clouds, high of 47. Weather brought to you by Macy's. It's Macy's Friends and Family with incredible deals on great gifts. Save an extra 30% off with your coupon or Macy's card and take 15% off fragrances and skincare too. Now at Macy's. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Let your voice be heard. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas. 97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, dealing with a few crashes on the drive this morning, but pretty minor as overall the roads are looking pretty decent. 94 westbound, the exit ramp to Schaefer is currently blocked due to a crash. Also 94 eastbound exit to Schaefer and 696 eastbound just after M10. There's a crash on the right shoulder. Also seeing delays through the work zone 275 heading northbound between Ford Road and M1496. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Jared Goff joins Karsh and Anderson Tuesdays at 10:30 on 97.1 The Ticket. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
97.1 The Ticket. The telephone number is 248-539-9797. The Detroit Pistons, we were suggesting, go Go to LCA to see Luka because he's only in once a year.
Yeah.
He's arguably one of the top 5 players in the league. He's the leading scorer in the league. And last night, if you're a Piston fan and a Luka fan, you got the best of both worlds. Doncic could have 35 points. But the Pistons prevailed in overtime. They kind of blew it at the end of regulation in a 5-point lead. Luka actually missed a free throw, but they got it back. And you got to see Tim Hardaway Jr. have a good game if you're a Michigan fan. Former Piston, the great Christian Wood at 25. But the Pistons win at 131-125 in overtime. In overtime, Killian Hayes had 8 of his 22. That's right, I said 22 points and 8 assists for Killian Hayes. 10 of 13 from the field. He was terrific starting. Obviously Kane's hurt, but Ivy was back coming off the bench. Bogdanovich had 30 points, and he was amazing.
Your ring is white gold.
54%. Bagley had a big game, 19 and 13, and it was just a really good basketball game. 57%, like I said, that they share 54%, 43% from 3. And their free throws were a problem too, but not as Dallas was under 50% from the line. So Pistons have lost games where I've said because of free throws. Maybe they won a game because Dallas was 14 of 29 from the line. Dallas, they have, like we said, Luke is so great.
At 35. Pretty good performance.
Did you see their road record? They're like 1-9 or something like that on the road.
Oh yeah, they're a 500 team.
Yeah.
And I mean that. So let's just talk about that for a second, because we are talking about where the Pistons are and where we want them to be.
Right.
They have one of, I don't know where you would rank Luka in terms of, is he a top 5
if D8 will still be there.
Top 10. Somebody could debate that, but he is an absolute superstar.
Right. There are some people who would say top 3, but
probably.
He's
So
a
that's
great
probably
player.
still
He's a
broke
great
down.
player, and he can control a game. Yet they're a 500 team
because they have no support. All due respect to Tim Hardaway Jr. and
right, yes. But my question then is, does that make you feel worse about where the Pistons are right now? Because they've got this great player, and they're barely 500. And the Pistons, while we hope that maybe Cade Cunningham is a great player, I don't think we believe he's going to be Luka Doncic.
No.
Jaden Ivey, while we hope he's a good player, we don't believe he's going to be Luka Doncic. Like, how far away are we? Does it make you feel worse that we're further away than we thought because you got a great team and a great player?
No, because they're
not a great team, right?
Right. Because of the other teams that are in the Pistons boat with all these young talent starting to get better, but they have problems winning games right now, and it's the way it is in the NBA. When you're really young and you don't have superstars,
right, but you have, my point is, you have a team with a superstar,
but their support cast is not very good. That's the problem. With all due respect to Tim Hardaway, he's not an all-star.
Right. No. So how far away are the Pistons then?
A ways.
So that's my.
I get it.
That's my question. Is we keep thinking, especially opening day last year with the Tigers. That they're going to be a 500 team. How far are we away from even being a 500 team in the NBA?
2 years. Next year maybe, depending on what happens in the draft and free agency. I don't know. It's still probably at least minimum 2 years. That's the way it goes. But and you get to see another superstar here on Sunday, John Morant.
Yeah.
Nice double dip, Trevor Lawrence and John Morant. Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of football, those Buffalo Bills handled the New England Patriots a lot easier than they handled the Detroit Lions. 24-10. Josh Allen with a good game. 23 yards, 22-33. Did you see the shot of Mac Jones just screaming? Basically, run the effing ball. The short passing game's not working.
Yeah.
And I think there's a little disconnect between Mac Jones and Matt Patricia. Yeah, the whole Patricia thing is not working out.
I find that kind of an odd thing to yell. Like, guys, I'm not good. Run the ball. Have you seen me play?
Well, they weren't. I think he was. Who was he? Short pass.
There wasn't there to be had and given.
Right.
It's not that I can't complete them. It's that there's nothing there to complete.
They only ran the ball like 13, 15 times, something like that. That's some of Buffalo's defense.
14 times.
Yeah,
14 carries.
Yeah, which is not Belichickian, especially at home, right?
Yeah, I mean, you would have thought that they would have done more to control the tempo of the game, control the ball a little bit more, and
Jones didn't throw any interceptions.
No, but I mean, it just was. It
looks like. No, let's make it happen. That they're not going to make the playoffs. So, will this be 3 straight years without making the playoffs?
Since Brady left, did they make it the first year?
I feel like they made it one year and played the Bills in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, they got killed, right? So 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Without Brady, Belichick did not make it. By the way, Kate McNamara, as expected, we talked about it before, has transferred to Iowa. So he'll have 2 years eligibility left, correct?
Yes, 2 years.
And they will not be playing Michigan unless it's for Big Ten championship. At least next year, right?
Yeah, and quite honestly,
they will be playing Michigan State.
Yeah, so we'll see them. I don't know if it's at home or away. I don't know, but anyway, it's the one thing that Iowa has really needed is not somebody to go out there and be a dynamic passer. They just need somebody that can actually pass the ball and manage an offense. Their defense
They're
is
home against Michigan State in September.
Yeah.
Play Western.
So
it's a good landing spot for him. I thought
it's a really good landing spot.
I thought he'd maybe go someplace further west a little bit, but he's familiar with the Big Ten. They obviously wanted him. He went in the portal 2 days later. Well, because there were no negotiations on.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that was that might have been done before. And the reason he went to the portal when he did, so many others did, is because they can officially sign. I think it's December 5. So, yeah.
And also one other thing to mention. He's a really good guy. I'm not sure I understand why the need to bring him back, but Matthew Boyd will be part of the Tigers rotation again next year. 1 year.
He's on the DJ Shark plan.
1 year, $10 million. Exactly.
See what you can do.
Well, with all the injuries, I understand it. Scott Harris liked him when he signed him for San Francisco, too, so before he got injured again. All right. We have 6:35 minutes ahead of the news.
Okay, you guys. Listen to this. A 10-year-old Mount Clemens boy has been charged with a felony after bringing a knife to school. So on Tuesday, the boy is accused of bringing a knife to Prevail Academy, along with a hit list that had a list of other children who had apparently been mean to him, had called him names. And authorities also say that he had asked a classmate to hold down another boy so he could stab him. And thankfully, that other student took the knife away from that little boy and then gave it to an adult when he was picked up from school. So nobody was injured with this knife. But either way, this boy was arraigned on Wednesday on charges of solicitation of assault with a dangerous weapon, which is a 4-year felony, and having a weapon in a weapon-free zone. That's 93-day misdemeanor.
It's just
10
nasty.
years old.
And he'll be playing in the Big Ten title game.
We'll talk about that. It's 6:35.
Coming up. Sure. Antonio Brown, he's wanted by Florida police after an arrest warrant was issued on Thursday. And he has not been arrested yet, as I have seen. Police officers waited outside of his home, trying to get him to come outside. He is wanted for a misdemeanor domestic violence charge. Police were using megaphones. They were knocking on his door, but
I can't believe we haven't seen cell phone video of that. Somebody's got to be there taking it.
For sure. So he's never come out.
Mr. Brown, we know you're in there.
We're not going anywhere. So the incident, it all started on Monday when he and a woman were involved in a verbal altercation at his home. The woman has been identified as the mother of 4 of his children. The argument became physical, and according to police, he threw a shoe at her and then attempted to evict her from the home by locking her out. And that resulted in the court issuing the arrest warrant. So we'll keep you posted whenever he surrenders. If he's even at the house, who knows if he was even there, to be honest.
Well, I think they confirmed that he was there.
Oh, they did confirm.
Yeah, they confirmed he was there. They're just waiting for him to come out because it's as I understand it, they're misdemeanor charges. So it's not like he's going to be going to jail. They just want to talk to him and address the situation. It's
they
not
only talked to his attorney.
Yeah.
for sure. They've already talked to that. So we'll see when he comes out. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Northville man, he's facing charges after police say he was caught looking into a child's bedroom window. Peeping Tom action going on. On Thursday, police were called to this apartment complex in Wixom after the child's mother spotted the man. He fled on foot. He was later identified as Michael Kenneth Nordstrom. He was located and charged with disorderly person, window peeper, and resisting a police officer.
Window peeper.
Great. Yeah. Hey, this is great news. Get ready for a potential holiday miracle because gas prices could drop below $3 before Christmas.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Well, if you go to Costco, they already are.
Oh yeah.
remember?
Yes. Costco's.
Yep.
Gosh, you know what? I need to start going to Costco gas more. It's just not convenient. It's not like I never pass it.
Yeah.
I need to seek it out to go get their gas because I am a Costco member. So if I'm ever near Costco, I'll get it, but it's out of the way.
You need to give yourself some time because the lines
The
are
lines
very
are long, but don't be. They move quickly.
They move quickly. So my tip is go get some lunch to go and sit in your car and wait in line and eat your lunch.
It really takes you that long to get through the line?
Sometimes it's 20 minutes. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Wow. I just wish they had diesel. Because I'm not always driving my wife's car. When I am, I always stop at the Costco.
Finally, ABC will not discipline Good Morning America co-hosts Amy Robach and TJ Holmes for having that secret affair. Network sources say that they're consenting adults on equal levels in the company. So apparently it's all good. And they were back on air yesterday like nothing happened. So that's a pretty good indication that they're not really going to be in any sort of trouble. And sources say that the two were planning to take their relationship public in a few weeks once her divorce was final.
So there was no wink wink on the air or anything like that?
Yeah.
I thought they should have come out holding hands.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much, Heather. By the way, in the 7 o'clock hour and the 7 o'clock hour, we'll tell you how you can win some Metallica tickets.
2 for 1.
Yes, and Lions tickets we're giving away at 9 o'clock. Coming up at 7:35, Gary Danielson, and our picks are next. 97.1 The Ticket.
Metallica in the round. Detroit, live from the 50-yard line of Ford Field. Metallica. M72 World Tour. 2 nights, 2 different sets on no repeat weekend. Friday, November 10th, special guest Pantera and Mammoth County VA. Sunday, November 12th, special guest Five Finger Death Punch and Ice Nine Kills. Tickets on sale today at 10 a.m. Get access to preferred tickets with your city card. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Twice the rock, nothing played twice. Metallica in the round. Your face. Presented by Blackened American Whiskey and Liquid Death Mountain Water. Murder your thirst.
Michigan is going to the championship game in Indianapolis. If you're a Michigan fan, don't miss the Bullseye Event Group VIP tailgate before the game. Get your tickets at bullseyeeventgroup.com. This VIP tailgate is all you can eat in open bar for 3 hours before kickoff. Michigan fans, go to bullseyeeventgroup.com for VIP tailgate tickets. Food by Food Network chef Aaron May and located directly across the street from Lucas Oil Stadium. It doesn't get any better. Go to bullseyeeventgroup.com for your championship VIP tailgates.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you the money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charging not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those that took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help you too. Just go to getrefunds.com/sports, click on Qualify Me, and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com/sports. That's getrefunds.com/sports.
If you or someone you know has been injured in an auto, truck, or motorcycle accident, tell them to get David and get paid. The insurance agency for the driver who caused your accident is not going to want to pay.
I'm attorney David Sabadenio, and I will make them pay you.
Go to getdavidgetpaid.com to get paid.
Without the ones like you who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7 with supplies and solutions for every industry and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The best part about taking ZQuil Pure Z Sleep Plus Next Day Energy at night is actually the next morning. I wake up alert with none of the grogginess from taking too much melatonin. Pure Z Sleep Plus Next Day Energy is a bilayer tablet with immediate release melatonin and extended release B vitamins to help me fall asleep naturally and wake refreshed. It's my secret weapon for a great night's sleep and a great morning.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Can't beat that.
ZQuil Pure Z's Gummies. Sleep better, wake your best.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Papura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
The latest on the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, and the MLB on the Boston Balls Podcast with Pat Caputo. Get it on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the picks. Last week, three of us were 3-2. The Gov had a bad week, 1-4, and suddenly he's dropped to the fourth position. Greg still leads. He's a 3-game lead over myself. John is 1 game behind me, and Gov is 1 game behind John. All right, we will begin with tonight's action. In Las Vegas, it's the Pac-12 Championship. The Trojans of USC, a 2.5-point favorite over the Utes of Utah. Here's the deal I have. USC 8-4 against the spread. Utah is 7-5. It should be a close game. It's 2.5 points, like I said. Utah is 0-4 against the spread against teams with a winning record. For that reason, and I think the motivation for USC is stronger than it is for Utah. If you believe in such things, give me the Trojans.
I normally, gosh, this one's so hard to pick because, yeah, the motivation is there for USC, but there's also a different motivation there for Utah in being the spoiler and ruining the opportunity for a team that's leaving your conference. However, I think Caleb Williams is a different player now than he was at the time that they played. And he was damn good at that time. My only concern is the USC defense. Both of these teams score right around 40 points, but I'm still going to go with USC. Caleb Williams, I think he's a difference maker, and he concerns me going into the college football playoffs.
Gov.
Well, first off, after my performance last week, in the words of Duke from Rocky IV, I'm ready to throw in the towel. Seriously, man. I don't have a very good feel about any of this stuff, so I'm just going to kind of go with who I think is going to win this game because I just kind of have this rule of thumb. If
That's usually what picks do, is you think who's going to win.
I know, come on now. The literal USC.
Greg Hargraves.
Well, first of all, John, I will disagree that Caleb Williams is a better... I mean, he was pretty good already.
He was good already, yes.
Utah. So this game was a questionable pass, or not questionable pass interference, but roughing the passer call from USC blowing this game open in Utah.
Yes.
I think USC is the better team. It's not a chaos here in college football. Fight on USC.
Oh, okay.
All right, next up, we go to Jerry's World. Arlington, Texas. The Big 12 championship game. Another rematch. The Horned Frogs, the third-ranked team in the nation, Minus 2.5 points. They're the favorite, taking up against the Wildcats of Kansas State. John.
Max Dugan, 29 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He does everything he can to put his team in position to win. He's not going to go out there and win games for you, but he goes out there and doesn't lose games. I think this is a year where TCU, they're just, I don't want to call them a Cinderella story because you've got to go out there and win 12 games, but sometimes on certain years, balls bounce your way. I think they've got the motivation to stick it to the College Football Playoff Committee to say, yes, we're the Horned Frogs, and we belong. I don't know what almost came out there.
Horned Frogs?
Yeah, the Horned Frogs, yes. I'm going to go with TCU and Max Dugan.
All right, go.
I agree with your motivation thing, too. I don't think they feel comfortable that they're in, even though I think they should be in.
Right.
They're going to finish the deal here. I'll go with the Horned Frogs.
Greg Hargrave. It's not a chaos here in college football. TCU is good enough. They're going to win it again against Kansas State. Give me the Horned Frogs. America's Horned Frogs, as Mike Valeni likes to say.
They have one of the nicest, coolest helmets around right now. A weird name, but a damn good coach. Sonny Dykes has done a terrific job. It's a clean sweep here. Give me the Horned Frogs. All right. Indianapolis. The Lucas Oil Stadium venue. Once again, the Big Ten championship will be decided there. The Michigan Wolverines, a 16.5-point favorite versus the Purdue Spoilermakers, the Gov.
All right, guys, help me out here. Can Purdue get to the Rose Bowl if they win?
I think it's the Rose Bowl's choice, so the Rose Bowl can pick anybody they want.
They can pick Ohio State, Penn State, or...
It sounds like they're going to take Penn State.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's the...
I hate that. So, because, I saw something Jerry Palm reported that it would be the first time that the Big Ten because they would be the Big Ten champions if they won the Big Ten championship game, that they wouldn't take them since like 95 or 1945 in Indiana or something like that, which is just so Purdue-ish, as Jerry Palm said. You know what? I just there's too many points here. I got a feeling it's going to be kind of like maybe not as scary as the Maryland game, but I think Purdue's going to hang some points here. I think a letdown for Michigan and some distractions that we're going to get to here. I will take the points.
Greg Hargrave. I don't think Michigan came this far to let up against Purdue. So 16.5 points. I think this is going to be a game where Vegas kind of gets it right around there. 14, 17, 20, 21, something like that. But I'll err on the side of Michigan, so give me Michigan.
I think, look, Michigan obviously played very well without Blake Corum mostly last week. I think they can do it again. Purdue has a really good quarterback in O'Connell. And his Charlie Jones, his teammate from high school, long-term, but they're good. But they're not that good. I'm going to take Michigan to win and cover.
This one, the points do give me pause. I think Michigan wins the game, and I'm just trying to figure out if they cover or not. And when you look at what Michigan has done throughout the course of the season, and if what we saw last week, I know there's a lot of people buying into Michigan's passing game. If we believe that, I think the 16.5 is easily covered.
The one thing I forgot to mention, by the way, I don't know if it'll sway you at all, Jeff Brom is 3-0 against teams in the top 5.
Yeah, but I think those were all in West Lafayette.
Probably.
This one's not far away, but it's not West Lafayette. I'm going to take Michigan. I'm sure everybody is right now rolling off the edge of their seat.
Yeah.
But I think it's just Michigan has been focused every single week now for basically 2 years. And I don't see them losing focus at this point.
All right, it's time to switch to the National Football League. And I got to say, before the season started, if you would have told me we'd be picking this game, I would have said you're on major drugs. San Francisco 49ers, a 3.5-point favorite hosting Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Greg Hargrave, what you got here?
Now, I'm on major drugs. Give me the Dolphins.
I think San Francisco is the best team in the NFC. They're at home. They know Mike McDaniel, too. He knows them as well, so I know that argument. I think the 49ers can win this game by at least, a touchdown. Give me the 49ers. John.
I'm going to take the speed of Tarek Hill and Waddle. And I want to see the Waddle in the end zone a few more times.
Yeah.
And I just think that this game, if there's a weakness in San Francisco's defense, it's the injuries that they've sustained in the secondary. And the strength of Miami's offense is obviously being able to chuck it deep and see what happens. Give me Miami.
Gov.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Dolphins here, too. I think they're legit. And I kind of feel like this is similar to the Charger game a few weeks ago. Now, I think the Niners won that by more than 3.5. I just think the Dolphins hang in this, like what John said about the secondary with the Niners. And look, the role that the Niners are on, they have not given up a point in the second half in 4 straight games. This doesn't continue forever, okay? This league still is about close games. I will take the points here.
All right. And we now go to Ford Field. The Lions and the Jaguars. A wise man once said, the Jaguars are the AFC Lions. You have a great matchup right here between two rebuilding teams. The Lions are getting 1.5 points at home. Lions are 4-0 in their last 4 against the spread, 6-1 against the spread, following an against the spread win, which they had on Thanksgiving. Maybe it's being selfish because I don't want to do a show where they lose to Jacksonville on Monday. Give me the Lions. Sean.
It's not selfish. Not selfish at all. You're just looking out for me. I appreciate that. This is a game where I think I'm just going to go with the atmosphere inside Ford Field. I have not yet experienced that, but I know everybody that has been there said that this year there is something different with the fans, that they have shown up, and with two teams that are very equal in regards to where they are in their rebuilds. Their offenses, score about the same amount of points. Defense might even actually give the edge to Jacksonville, but because it's at Ford Field, I'm going to give this one to the fans. Give me the Lions.
Go.
For me, this is the most head-scratching point spread for the Lions this season.
I know.
I don't get it. They're a 4-7 team that's on the road against a 4-7 team. I think the Lions have looked better this year than the Jags. And the Jags offense, I know they had a nice little second half last week, but I just think the Lions are going to win this game.
Yep.
Save that drop.
Yeah.
Greg, 1995, the Lions beat the Jaguars 44-0. It's what led to Jamie Samuelson meeting Christie. Give me the Lions.
And those are the picks here on 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
This report brought to you by Comprehensive Urology. 696 eastbound after M10, there's a crash on the right shoulder. 94 east and westbound, the exit to Schaefer still closed due to a crash. Also seeing some heavier traffic as you approach the work zone. I-94 westbound right around 12 Mile. And on 275 northbound, traffic slowing down in pockets through the construction between Eureka Road and M1496. As far as road work is concerned, there's a little bit of good news. The construction has cleared on Telegraph both directions between 94 and Michigan Avenue. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
97.1 The Ticket, 2022 winner of the National Association of Broadcasters Marconi Radio Award for Sports Station of the Year.
97.1 The Ticket. Attention BetMGM customers. Have a friend who loves sports as much as you do? Well, here's a chance for both of you to earn a $50 bonus when they sign up through BetMGM's Refer a Friend program. Just sign into your BetMGM account and click on the Refer a Friend program to send your friend a message inviting them to register a new account in the same state that you use BetMGM in. Once your friend signs up and makes a deposit, they'll receive a $50 bonus. And once your friend places a bet with their bonus and the wager is settled, you'll receive a $50 bonus as well. Share the excitement and get a $50 bonus every time you refer a friend to BetMGM. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued is now withdrawable site credit. Site credit expires in 30 days. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117. This excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
If you're spending too much of your tailgate party in the bathroom, then it's time to see Dr. Evan Vegan or one of 50 providers at Comprehensive Urology. For an appointment, call 1-888-UROLOGY or go to urologist.org. See you soon.
This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute. The big
Here's
showdown was a
V3.
big letdown, folks. Buffalo totally outmanned and outclassed New England last night, 24-10. Bill Belichick's defense had no answer as the Bills controlled the ball for over 38 minutes. Even without Von Miller, Buffalo's deep throttled Mac Jones in the Pats offense. This again raises questions about Matt Patricia's fitness as de facto offensive coordinator. I would also thank Mac Jones as their long-term answer at quarterback. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. For example, if you lock a 7% rate today, you'll only pay 6% for a year. That means more road trips, more date nights, more front row seats every month for a year. And your rate is secured for 30 years. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get